Good morning, Cynthia.
Good morning. Now, Michael is with the Canadian Corporate Services. What is the hardest challenge of collecting money that you're owed?
I think the hardest challenge of collecting money is keeping you cool. So the first thing, we're going to go back to square one because we haven't done this for a while. Okay. I haven't done this for a while. And I want to remind people, as you introduced it, it's a kinder, gentler way that usually works best. The most important thing is don't alienate anybody when you're doing this. I know it's difficult not to do that. You're feeling very frustrated. But the idea is to try and be as nice and as understanding as possible.
But if you're a small business owner and you're owed a large amount of money for a service you've rendered,
right,
that amount could make or break you.
Absolutely. The idea is you want to make sure that you maintain control so you're at your most efficient. Let's talk about some very, very basic things. This sounds very elementary, but in fact, a lot of people don't do this, and that is to make sure that you do not depend on just the telephone when you are trying to take care of your accounts receivable. We know that initially you do send out an invoice. You may send out a statement. If you don't, you should be sending out a statement. That's very, very important. But besides that, if there's any kind of problem, usually what happens is people will pick up the phone and they'll say, "Hello, Fred, how are you? What's going on? You know, are you going to pay this?" "Yes, I am." You put it down. You feel very satisfied that the problem's been taken care of. 3-4 months down the road, you've forgotten all about it. You don't have a record of what he said. And that is not helpful at all. So as I like to say, the pen may be mightier than the sword. It's certainly a lot mightier than the phone. So you want to make sure that you follow up in writing. If you're going to be speaking to somebody, make sure you follow it up with a short fax. That is the best way to make sure that nobody has any kind of misunderstandings. What you should be doing is also keeping a log, all right? You're going to give that person a certain amount of time before you'll turn them over to a third party or do anything else.
Okay.
That's sensible because, as I said, you don't want to alienate anybody. But you want to keep track of what's going on so that the next time you have that conversation, you can use that to your best benefit.
Good advice. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, we'll see you again.